Good morning. It's Thursday, June 4th, and we're going to continue our discussion on action and problem solving with a prompt from the Daily Stoic, which reads, "Do I realize how tough and strong I'm capable of being?" Now, we can draw inspiration from an infinite number of sources in life. We find it in the pages of the books that we read about seemingly immortal feats of perseverance carried out by generations past, by strangers that we'll never have the pleasure of meeting. Other times, we actively seek out and adopt mentors in our lives, looking to better understand how they've successfully navigated through various situations, overwhelming odds. There is real value in this style of living vicariously through other people's challenging experiences, as it gives us an objective, yet detached, perspective on what humans are capable of enduring and accomplishing. It shows us to what lengths we can go to resist and persist, to bear and forbear. But we also don't have to be confined to looking externally for these examples of inspiration from which to draw our strength when we need it most. Intrinsic motivation here is much more powerful and enabling. When you stop for a moment and reflect on the most challenging ordeal that you've experienced in your life, and you acknowledge that not only did you survive, but you came out the other side a better, stronger, and more resilient person, it provides an unparalleled boost in confidence in just how strong and tough you are capable of being. You may even find yourself in awe, thinking in amazement, "I can't believe that I was capable of that." Yet you were. And if you were able to summon the strength in you necessary to progress through that ordeal in that moment, you know that you can access it again should you ever need to. That memory remains there with you, serving as a benchmark for which you can compare all other obstacles and adversities. And as you do so, you watch them pale in their severity and complexity. The path forward becomes much clearer and navigable. Now, for those who are familiar with older chapters in my story, it should come as no surprise that I often find inspiration and recall examples of our true capability and determination from the morning in 2003 that ultimately ended with my father taking his own life. Now, some of the actions undertaken by my mom and my sister that day seem almost mythic in their superhuman-like strength and grace under fire. At times, it's hard for me to believe that that actually happened, that anyone was asked to confront and respond to a situation like that. Yet they did. We all did. Without getting into the gritty details of that ordeal, there is one memory that I fall back on, which provides me with the insight into the true depths of our strength. It actually makes me laugh a little bit. As my sister and I arrived at the hospital in our ambulance, with both of us having sustained gunshot wounds to the head, and my mom en route to the hospital via life flight, I saw a team of news reporters and cameras waiting outside our ambulance, waiting to capture the unfolding story. And in that moment, as I began to feel like a curious spectacle to these onlooking strangers, I could sense all the negative emotions imaginable swell within me. And as the medics opened the back doors to wheel our gurneys inside the hospital, I felt a strong desire just to give the middle finger to those cameras, to provide a physical demonstration of the turmoil that I was experiencing inside. But at the last moment, I found the inner strength to turn that middle finger into a thumbs up. And that was the picture that the news cameras captured instead and then plastered on their pages. That singular memory serves for me as just one embodiment of all the examples of strength shown by my family that day. So whenever I feel like giving life the middle finger when confronted by a challenging situation, I remind myself to turn that hand gesture into a thumbs up instead and smile. You've done it before. You can do it again, I tell myself. And I hope you remember the same. Have a great day. Bye.